Atlas in the hot seat tonight.
And Atlas.
Goes by the name of Atlas the Bookkeeper. How you feeling, my friend?
So, I've got a few things going on right now. And let's talk a little bit about it, shall we? So, yesterday was my day off. And for the first time in a long time, okay, I actually got to spend significant time with my wife doing fun things that we wanted to do rather than running around and doing errands the entire day. Now, not to say that we didn't, because let me tell you, first thing we had to do, we had a doctor's appointment. Then we had to go grocery shopping. So it's like, oh, we got to get these hours of shit out of the way. But we did. We actually got through it in a relatively fair time. And we had about, I want to say about 6-7 hours out doing various fun things. And when I say fun things, I mean shopping for stuff we actually want rather than, you know, essentials we need. Looking at things that we're probably going to buy soon. So, for example, we went to a couple of stores and we were looking at ceiling fans. I said, man, if I get rid of this really busted, stupid ceiling light, there's a ceiling light in this office. It's terrible. All right, do you want to see it? You ready for this? Here's my ceiling light. I turned it on. Do you see it? No? Because it sucks. It's a terrible ceiling light. The previous owners installed the weirdest, stupidest ceiling light I've ever seen. It's so ineffective. It has 3 bulbs. 2 of them don't even work. The wiring's, like, messed up. So, it's a piece of shit. So, it's been sitting there 10 years. I don't use it. It doesn't do anything. Okay? But I have wiring up there. And I'm like, man, what would be really useful would be to get a fan in here. A ceiling fan that could actually circulate the air in here, and that way it wouldn't be stuffy on these days like today where I have my blinds closed because the sun is out. Having air circulation in here would probably cool it down better. So not only that, but we want to get another fan installed downstairs in our dining room. Right now we have no really way to circulate air in the bottom floor. We do have a big oscillating fan in the living room, but it only works for the living room. And we had, again, yet another hideously ugly ceiling light that the previous owners had installed above the dining room table area, and it broke and fell and almost smashed on the table. So now what we have is some not fully functional wiring dangling from above the table, and I'm like, so what we'll do, let's go and look and maybe find some ceiling fans that we like, figure out the pricing or whatever, make sure that they're not cheaper online, because sometimes that happens. Like, you go to the store, you see one price, but you go right online, you can find the same product for, like, way cheaper. So do that, and then what I'm going to do is probably eventually go buy them and get an electrician to come in and install them. And you might say, well, Phil, why don't you do it yourself? Because I'm not stupid. I'm not an electrician. I don't know how to do it properly. I don't know if I would secure it right. And the last thing I need is being on stream and all of a sudden a helicopter blade flies off my ceiling, comes down, chopping up all my equipment, or God forbid, chopping up me or Jasper because I didn't do it right. I'd rather have a professional come and do it. And that way, all the wiring and everything I'll know is working properly as well. Like I said, downstairs, the problem is the ceiling light that the previous owners had installed above the dining room table was this big, heavy glass thing. And eventually what happened was it just lost its support and pulled down and yanked all the wiring. I don't even know if the wiring is damaged or not, so I need an electrician to come look at it. So basically, yeah, and that's going to be coming up. I mean, that's nothing here nor there for you guys, but man, it'll be nice to have a ceiling fan in here. Maybe I can have the electrician come on one of my days off and install a nice ceiling fan in here, which would be really cool. Ceiling fans are way different now from what I remember when I was a kid. Now they all have the LED ambient lights, and they all have like 10 different lighting settings. It's like, you know, daylight, bright light, moonlight, fucking, you know, crazy shit. Colors too. They do different colors and shit. So it's pretty neat. And I'm, you know, I can't wait to get it in here because I really could use it. Right now, all I have is an oscillating fan. Again, it works okay, but having a ceiling fan is so much better. So yeah, so we did that, and we actually started looking at some appliances and things because, as I told you guys, we've had things busted in this house for years or are on the verge of breaking, and haven't been able to afford to get anything, any upgrades or whatever. But, you know, I just had an amazing August thanks to the Kino Casino crossovers that I did. And September was pretty good. It certainly wasn't nearly as good as August, but it was an above regular a month for me. Maintained some of that popularity, which was great. And so because of those 2 good months, we got to basically think about, doing some replacements and upgrades in the home. The two things we're looking at is our dishwasher, which has been broken, no exaggeration, for 2 years. So we've been, hand washing dishes for 2 years. That's not the end of the world, but we've had a broken dishwasher there for, just sitting there. And the other thing is our washer dryer are definitely showing serious signs of wear. Our washer keeps getting uneven load signals and things, which means it's basically getting to its last legs. It's over a decade old now. So we looked at some appliances. We took some pictures. We didn't buy anything yet, but we kind of were talking about probably the first thing we should do is the washer dryer. Like, we're used to not having a dishwasher now for 2 years. That's not that big of a deal. While the washer dryer is an essential thing we're using a lot. So that's probably the thing we need to upgrade first. And then once we get that, then we can look to maybe look at the dishwasher. Yeah, we can't get a 2-in-1. One Sick Puppy says, what about getting the 2-in-1? Yeah, they sell these stacks. It's like a big tower that's both. We can't do that because in our washroom, we have cabinetry above where the washer dryer is. So there's no room for that. We have to get the separate ones that go down on ground level. No, Awakened Gamer, the broken toilet is not on the list because we have 2 other toilets that work. So we don't need to fix the broken toilet. It's like, I have many, many toilets in this house. I don't need everyone functional every time. You see, it's not a big deal. Like, the one that's broken is in the connected bathroom to the master bedroom. To use the bathroom, instead, now I have to walk to the hallway 1 door down to the other bathroom. Like, it's some big deal, right? It's not. So anyway, yeah, so good stuff working there. That's some of the stuff we did while we were out. We had a really good dinner. We went to this tropical food place where you can get like island food, seafood, Jamaican food. And I got a Jamaican jerk chicken with fried plantains. And my wife got a plantain bowl. We ended up getting this really nice jerk seasoning shrimp that they put in this amazing butter sauce. And you get this Cuban bread you can dip in it. It was so good. And we haven't been out together for a day where we did fun stuff in so long. And that's only some of the stuff we did. Like I said, we got some stuff for the house that we needed. Some things that have been worn down, some things just we wanted for decor. Like, we went and my wife built one of those, what do you call it? Not a bouquet, but you know how you get fake flowers, you could build like a centerpiece or whatever. We went to a store and she just built one from scratch. And that's so nice, right? So, no, seriously, Patrick did a super chat. He goes, down from the rafters. It's the light fixture on the coffee table. Just a joke. I love the content lately. No, seriously, you're right. That's exactly what happened. So my wife was, Jasper, relax. He's at the window and he just jumped and kicked the whole thing. Would you relax? You're being silly. So my wife was cleaning this big glass lamp that's above our coffee table. And all she was doing, she had a paper towel cleaner and she's just wiping it. And the entire thing, coming down from the rafters, literally ripped. It said, doo-doo-doo-doo, and it almost hit the table, which would have been awful if it broke. There would have been glass everywhere. But it stopped right there. Oh, shit. So I jumped on the table to disassemble it because I couldn't reach. It's the weirdest lamp. You have to, unscrew it from the top. But how do you get to the top unless you have a ladder? I don't have a ladder. I have a step stool that wasn't tall enough. So here I am laying on my back on the dining room table, reaching around the lamp, holding it with one hand while I try to unscrew these big bolts from the top with my other. It was just a nightmare. Stupid nonsense. We never would have bought a lamp like that. It's just a big, ugly monstrosity, dangerous thing. And the day I moved in, I was like, I bet this is going to fall someday. I just guarantee it. And it took a decade, but it fell. I knew it. Anyway,